Hello, I'm going to do a video and it's going to be really out of my comfort zone. I've never done a video on this and I'm really scared to do it, but I thought I'd do it anyway. If people watch it, then that's all that matters, but if they don't, then that's up to them. But I thought I would do a video on my disabilities because I thought it was about time that I started opening up about my disabilities and some of the stuff, that affects me and some of the things that I find tricky and what's affected me in times. So first of all, I'd like to say I've got ADHD, autism and learning disability, and those are the main three things. And I also have depression, but that we won't go into much of that because I don't want to bore you with that. But I was really young when my mum recognised things, and it was I was doing stuff that I wasn't developing as much as other people were. They were doing things that I couldn't do, and I would get frustrated with things. So I just couldn't do what other children were doing, and it really affected my learning because I wanted to do things and I couldn't. And still now I find things that are hard because I can't, do the things that people want to do. And what people do is what I want to do. And I've always struggled with trying to do things like other people, and I try to be like them, and it's not worked. I know they say be yourself and everybody's different, but I've always looked up to people and thought, I really want to, be like them and be able to do stuff like them, go to uni and stuff. But because of my disability, I've never been able to have that chance, because I know people say I probably could, but I know deep down and my family know that I wouldn't be able to cope with not being able to go to uni because it just wouldn't work, and I wouldn't get a grades to go there. So that was just the end of that. But what I really want to do in life is be a medical person. I want to be a nurse, but that's never gonna happen, and my dream will never happen because it's just something that's never gonna happen. And I know how hard you have to work for it because people say how hard it is, and I understand that. So it wouldn't be it'd be too much grades to get, so that wouldn't happen. So I struggle with learning different things. I can do things, I can learn things, but what I struggle with is being able to do the same as other people. I can't always do everything that everybody wants me to do because I find some things harder to do. My autism, well, that is just affects me with sometimes the way I act, and the way I act is quite childish sometimes, and I don't want to be childish anymore. I want to be more grown up because I want to live a life where I can act like being grown up. But because my autism stops me from making me it makes me act stupid, it makes me act immature, and I don't like acting immature because it's something that I need to try and grow out of. But my autism stops me growing out of it, sort of thing, and it affects the way I behave, and I do some really childish things and act really childish, and I don't want that. I'm old enough now to be where I should be able to act my age, but I don't always do that, and that's what's bothering me the most lately, because I'm acting up, and I don't want to act up, and I want to be able to act grown up, and it's not working. My ADHD is controlled by Ritalin tablets. I've got Equasin, which is a Ritalin tablet, obviously, and I have good days and bad days with my ADHD. It's I can be really hyper some days, and some days I can be not as hyper. I'm very talkative, so it's I may not look hyper now, which I don't really feel very hyper, but it's not I'm particularly calm. It's just really and a bit all over the place, and when I get like that, I'm in a real pain to cope with. So my ADHD I take one in the morning, and I do sometimes take one in the evening. It depends how bad my anxiety, that's not right, how bad I'm feeling and everything. So because of my ADHD, I'm really hyper all the time, and it does get on people's nerves when I'm over hyper, and I get like over powerful, and I feel like I can rule the world, and it's not something that I'm proud of, because I don't obviously want to have these disabilities, but in a way it makes me feel quite special, because yeah, it's there, and it stops me getting like jobs and stuff, which I really want a job, and it stops me getting jobs, but someone's going to give me a chance, I hope soon, so you never know. It's just something that I really have had to deal with all my life, basically. So it's not easy, and it's not like something I want to have to deal with. But I've been bullied all my life. I still do get bullied by people. They stare at me. They look at me differently. I know I'm different than other people, and I'm not. But I'm not like the same as them. But it's not like you have to be the same for everyone. But I just try and act like me and do the best I can. I'm a trier, I carry on going. I do let things sometimes get to me, but lately I'm just thinking, what is the point in letting things get to me? Maybe I should just, get on with life and do my own thing, and just get on with it and just be me. Don't pretend to be someone you're not, because it's not going to work. Be yourself, right? People are going to like you more being yourself than trying to be something different, because most people hate, the way people change, and it's not nice. So change is not always a good thing. Sometimes it is a good thing, but change isn't always a good thing, because sometimes when change happens, people get really, really really bad and change really horribly. But change sometimes is a good thing. Don't go thinking whilst you're watching this video that change isn't a good thing, because sometimes change is a really good thing, and it really is helpful, and some good changes are good, and it will help you in life to get where you want to get. But sometimes change is bad, because you're coming out to be a better person for what you actually are. Now, all my disabilities I literally have to cope with on a daily basis. Because of it, I struggle with trying to get into social groups, because I don't know if people take me for who I am. Sometimes I think they take me for a ride, and that's a muck, because it's just something that people stare at me for so many reasons, and some people are really nice to me. Most people are nice to me, but then there's all the majority of people, not majority of people, quite a lot of people are total cows to me, and I don't like it. I don't like being bullied, but it's just something that I've had to live with, and I'm just trying to cope with it, and it's just what the hell do you what the hell do you do? It's you don't really want to be bullied your whole life, but people do bully you, and it's not something I feel proud of, because why would you feel proud of being bullied? I don't know. But the thing is, you're being bullied, and if there was sooner or later you're gonna have to stick up to these bullies, and you're gonna have to tell them what you think, and more than likely, quite a lot of the time, bullies don't like being shouted at. They don't like them being picked on themselves, so they pick on other people so that they think then they're gonna know how I feel. But it's not nice to be bullied, so don't bully people. Just ignore the bullies. Just stand up for yourself sometimes. I know I never really done that, but that's what I've got to start doing. But not really anybody bullying me at the moment, which is good. Everybody's been really quite nice to me, so yeah, bullying isn't nice, and it's just people are really cruel these days, but try and get over it. And I know it's not easy to say just try and get over it, but try and cope with it as best you can. If you've got any problems, then please like my message, no, like my video, and just comment and tell me some of the experience you have with all this, what I've gone through. And yeah, so I know this video isn't going into a whole load of detail, but I didn't want to bore you into into loads of different things because I don't like boring people too much. So I hope this video's been good. Like, comment down below, and get back to my favourite plants. Bye everyone, bye!